Hey guys, Fiber in the Family, episode 4. We're back, and I'm Brian Clampitt, and this is Meredith Clampitt Whaley. What do we have in store today, Meredith?
Today we have a great episode. We touch on EPR, which is really fun. We interviewed Jessica Phillips, all things graphic design and branding. And then we tried to kick Brian off, but he's back. So it's a really fun episode. We're really excited to have you. Thanks for coming back, all 6 of you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fiber in the Family. It's episode 4, and I can't believe we made it this far. But we love getting to bring all that's new in the paper industry and the graphic arts industry to you and let you know what's happening, let you know what's going on. And that's our heart here at Fiber in the Family, to move the graphic arts industry forward and connect us all.
One fiber at a time.
Nice. That's a good tag team.
So today we are interviewing Jessica Phillips, our Director of Brand Strategy for Clampitt Paper. She is fantastic. She is the, brains behind our branding and all the beautiful things that Clampitt does. And then we've got Tips and Trends, which is our favorite. And Jessica's going to stay on for Tips and Trends. So I'm super excited.
She is. So we're going to have some really good tips and trends on this episode. Of course, we have some news, maybe not so breaking news,
we decided it's not so breaking news because
but still news nonetheless.
You never know in the paper industry, right? Things change all the time.
That's right. It does. It does. And
how you been?
I'm doing fine.
I'm
doing fine. It's March. I can't believe it. Time flies.
Time flies. It's 2026.
But glad to be back here with you. How's the New Year's resolution going?
So I'm proud to say I'm killing my New Year's resolution. Just drinking Sauvignon Blanc like it's my job. And this is probably the first New Year's resolution I've ever really succeeded at. And I'm crushing it. How about yours? How's the word going?
Well, if you missed if you missed the New Year's episode, I loved how you said it. We may flash back, but she's going to set her standards medium.
And that I have. But I've actually gone above medium. I pretty much
way to go.
Yeah, I've been crushing it. On the Sauvignon Blanc front. So Pretty excited about that.
My word for the year is resilient.
Yes.
And I'm still here and we're still doing it. So I guess I'm doing great.
Resilience you have shown, because we are back for episode 4.
That's right. And believe it or not,
what?
This podcast is not for entertainment value only.
What?
As entertaining as we might be, shocking, we actually want to provide some education for you guys. So again, if you wouldn't mind, it would help us a lot if you would share this with someone else that maybe they're new into the business, new into the industry. They want to learn. They want more information. That is really what we want to do, is provide information and help you guys print, paper, packaging, envelopes, design, you name it. We want to help you. We want to help add value to you and your business. So that's why we're here, and it's going to be a great one today.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You ready to jump in?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Meredith, I would be remiss if I didn't first mention a big couple of shout outs.
Oh.
Live in studio today, we have our very own executive producer, Steve Largent. So glad to have him here with us. He helped make this whole thing come to life.
Definitely.
So, Steve, we love you. Thanks for being here. And our dear friends at Mallard Agency for hosting us today.
Thank you, Mallard.
Thank you. We love you guys. So, Meredith, now let's get to the not so breaking news.
Okay.
But today we do have some important things to go over. First being the EPR.
EPR.
Talk a little bit about that.
People are clamoring about this one, right? It's EPR stands for Extended Producer Responsibility. What does that mean? That means that the manufacturers are going to be held responsible for the recycling of their materials. So that's changing, and they're trying to do it state by state. But it's just something we want to mention. We want you to be aware of. Please reach out to us if you have questions. Also, there's a ton of manufacturers that have information on it. Silvamo has some great information on it. It's really just something to keep an eye on. There was recently some shifts. There was a lawsuit filed in early February. So there's been a pause in Oregon on it till July. So just that's kind of a new thing. But again, EPR, maybe Google it, maybe keep an eye on it. And again, feel free to ask us about it. So that's kind of the update on EPR.
Absolutely. And something to keep an eye on, maybe inform your customers about, because it could impact you in some form or fashion. And again, might not be in your state. If it's not wonderful, if it is, be aware, because we don't want it to hurt you in any way.
Yeah, just kind of be aware of it for sure. But, or you can read about it and fall asleep because it's really fun and exciting.
And then get distracted and watch another episode of Fiber in the Family. Some news I'm excited to get to, Meredith.
All right.
You know I have 4 boys.
Yes.
And they love playing with Legos.
Ooh.
So get this, Lego has announced a major shift from plastic to paper. Not the blocks themselves.
Okay. I was going to ask, like, how would that work?
But the bags that they come in, usually they're in bags.
Yes.
So they're going to be transitioning to more paper-based packaging.
That's huge.
And I think that's really exciting and really fun and can somehow affect us all.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that, actually.
Yeah. And we're seeing that as a trend, which we can get to maybe another episode, but more packaging, more paper-based packaging, paperboard, a lot of really cool options out there and really a growing market.
A lot of single-use plastics being replaced by paper because they can, biodegrade.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. That's good.
And there was the not so breaking news.
Not so breaking news, but some interesting things.
Interesting things. Hopefully it's helpful. Again, keep your eyes peeled. And if you hear of anything or see any stories worth us sharing, let us know. Put them in the comments.
Send them in.
We would love to. We'd love to share your news.
Yes, please.
So I think it's time to get to our interview.
The best part.
The best part.
I'm excited.
All right, here we go. All right, everybody, it's time for one of our favorite segments, and that is the interview. Meredith, we have one of our favorite people on today. Will you introduce her?
I would love to. I'm honored. Jessica Phillips, our Director of Brand Strategy for Clampitt Paper and the mind and genius behind all of our branding and marketing materials. Welcome.
Thank you so much. What a glowing introduction.
Well, we're glad to have you today. We're really excited.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we got to start off with our question for everyone.
Because we are the paper people.
Yes.
This is Fiber in the Family.
Yes.
Clampitt Paper Podcast. What paper person are you?
D-Boss. Come on.
I did not expect that at all.
I did not expect that either. D-Boss.
No, that's not true.
D-Boss.
I feel like you're a D-Boss.
No.
You're the boss.
No, I'm Paige.
Oh, Paige is the best name.
It's
simple.
P-A-G-E.
Yeah.
You weren't
Yeah.
sure.
Paige is the best name.
Like
D-Boss
Page
is
of paper.
such a good one. Oh
It's a
my
good one.
God.
And you wear glasses most of the time?
Yeah, with the computer.
Yeah. But
Hey,
yeah, those are the best ones, I think. D-Boss and Paige.
you are D-Boss. I love that for you.
Cool. I'm just glad that you picked an out-of-the-box one.
Yeah.
Well, they're like 20. There's so many.
Yeah, we need to
mean-
remind Colum that there are so many since he didn't even know one of their names. So,
Yes.
I know them all. I know them all intimately. Yeah. Yeah.
Jessica, I know we started out with the paper person question out of the box because that's my favorite question. But can you tell us a little bit about your background? How you got to Clampitt, how long you've been with us?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So I just celebrated my 19th year with Clampitt, which is insane.
Congratulations.
It feels like it's been 2 years. It feels like it's gone so fast. But I started in business development. Well, actually, so my background, I have a degree in graphic design. So I always, when I was working, not at Clampitt 19 years ago, I was doing product design for Seiko. So I kind of gravitated more towards the tangible side of design. So packaging, product, that kind of thing. And then
the watch company?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I did their licensed watches. So Disney, Barbie, all that fun stuff. So like I really enjoyed it. But yeah, so when I started with with Clampitt, I started on the business development side. So working with designers, so helping them with their print projects, their paper projects, and then started doing some of the creative for Clampitt, and finally evolved into this role where I handle our creative side. And I've loved all of it. It's been such a fun company to work for, and I'm a paper nerd, so it's been a really good fit. I get to work with Meredith every day. So, yeah.
I get to work with you.
Yeah.
Well, it's just a love fest.
Well, we're definitely grateful to have you part of the family business. So thank you for all you do.
I know. Am I Clampitt yet after 19 years?
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty much.
100%.
So many incredible contributions, and you can see some examples of your work here. We'll talk about those in a little bit. But real quick poll.
Ooh.
Meredith and Jessica work together a lot.
Okay.
They wanted to start a paper podcast called Paper Dolls. So in the comments, give us like a thumbs up if you're interested in that, thumbs down if you're not interested in that.
So
we just want to take a poll and see, like, do we need another paper podcast in the world?
Jessica and I agreed, no.
No.
There's only room for one
I don't think you
paper
need
one
podcast.
favorite.
Agreed.
But we did come up with it.
But it's a cool
she
name.
Came up with that name like 3 years ago.
So thumbs up if you like that name.
The name.
Paper Dolls.
The name is good.
The name.
Okay, now I have a question for both of you guys. In the graphic design world, paper world, print world, there's like a language that is different. There's things that mean things to most people, like say digital or web, that may mean something totally different in our world. So can you break down some of that language barrier and just explain some definitions so your everyday person can come into our world a little bit?
Paper's crazy because it's so seemingly simple, but it is surprisingly complicated. Would you agree?
100%.
Yeah. And the language is definitely confusing because, you have digital papers. That doesn't even make sense logically that it's digital and it's paper.
Because people think digital and they think on the computer.
Yeah, any kind of digital media. But, we're referring to, it's a digital size of paper. It works on a digital press. But even,
digital technology.
Digital technology. Yeah. So and then web. Yes. Technically, I guess we created the web first. I don't know if we're going to get that name back, but web printing.
Web printing.
Yeah.
So in printing, when you say web printing, it's printing from a roll.
Yeah.
Like it's basically going into a web press that's from a roll, and the specifics of how the paper's made is different. So, but when, again, you're talking to somebody outside of the paper world and you say web, again, and they're thinking computer.
Exactly.
So it's
Yeah.
confusing.
Everything's confusing. The weights are confusing. You can have 80-pound text and 80-pound cover, but they are completely different thicknesses.
Yeah.
The textures are confusing. You can say the word vellum and you think, it's a translucent, frosty sheet of paper. Not in the paper world. It's totally different finish. So there's a lot of background knowledge that you have to have when you're talking about the paper side of things.
And a plug for paper school. So if you're interested in knowing more, come to one of our paper schools. We have them 4 times a year in Dallas and in our other locations, maybe once or twice a year.
Yep.
But please come because we'll give you kind of a paper 101 at paper school.
And it's fun. I know people probably think, paper and school, that seems kind of boring, but we make it fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I just helped teach a paper school at the end of last month, so it was a blast.
What section did you teach again?
Paperboard. The title was "Don't Get Bored with Board."
That's very punny.
You see what I did there?
Yeah.
So
she created I'm Paperboard 101.
That was a resource that we had. So thank you for that. Thank you. So a web is not online. It's a printer. It's printing from rolls.
Yes.
Digital paper is paper for a digital printer.
Yes.
Meredith, what's the difference between a digital printer versus an offset printer or a standard printer?
It's the technology. It's the ink technology. So it's generally for smaller runs. It's faster turn times. Whereas in offset printing,
variable data too.
Yes, variable data on digital. Offset printing is you're printing 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, and it's all the same. Yeah. Digital printing is smaller runs, and you can have everyone. All of our names could be different on a run of 2,500. So
the main thing with offset printing is it uses plates and blankets to transfer the images, which is a weird concept to try to explain over a podcast. Like you need visuals, but you get a better quality with offset. But the fact is, not everyone's printing 1,000 pieces. Sometimes they just want 50. So digital is kind of that answer to fast turns, small runs.
Yep. And the quality is come
Quality's
a long
great.
way
Yeah.
in digital printing.
The colors usually look a little bit more vibrant too, which is nice. Yeah. But there are definitely papers that are designed specifically for digital printing. Like you have better adhesion for the toner. It's a specific size. So yeah, there's a lot of technical side.
And that's why you have Clampitt Paper people. That's why you have a rep and a resource because we don't expect you to learn all of that. Like as a designer, as a printer.
Yeah.
Like you can come to us. You don't have to know all of these things. That's why that's
exactly
shameless plug, but that's literally what we do.
And speaking of digital printing, I was in a printer recently. It's in Denver. It's called Publications, big old printer. And I know there's some in other areas as well, but they have a new press. It's called a Landa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I saw it, I thought it was
a spaceship.
It was a spaceship.
It looks like a spaceship.
It was
crazy.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Like it's like if a iPhone and a spaceship and a printing press had a baby. Bam.
Now
it was an impressive
image.
Yeah,
right?
It was an impressive futuristic piece of equipment that impressed me. Anyway.
It's so cool. Yeah, those are incredible.
Yeah, for sure.
Incredibly cool presses.
Yeah. And then that's a whole different inkjet technology. So you have a different paper that's designed for that. So yeah,
that
paper's
and like
complicated.
the Scodix and the MGI, that's a whole new level of printing.
Yeah.
So speaking of printing and graphic designing, and you've been in the marketing world, you guys work a lot with customers and marketing and agencies and that kind of thing. Talk about the difference between mass email marketing, which is very popular today, versus a printed piece. How that printed piece can still stand out, can still make a difference and have an impact, especially in a world that's going so digital. And I use that in the other term.
And the other,
Yeah. Well, we also have digital fatigue, right? Because we're inundated in our inboxes and everything that we consume is digital, right? So I feel like there is a little bit of a trend and a desire for people to have a little bit more of an analog connection where they have more of a tactile experience. And I feel like brands are starting to see that too, where you do get better response rates when you're sending printed media. No one's going to just completely go back to print exclusively.
Print only.
Yeah, that would never happen. And that wouldn't be effective. But I think that the two can work together to create a better message and a kind of a more thoughtful message too. I mean, think about when you get something in the mail, not junk mail, but something that's like in a colored envelope or a thicker texture. It feels special. It feels more personal. And I feel like brands are still trying to make that personal connection. And it's, you can stand out. Think about it. If you put a colored envelope in the mail, I think they say the rate, it's a 9 times more open. Yeah. Like the open rate is more like 9 times more than just a standard envelope. And that's pretty powerful.
Wow.
And also the different sizes.
The different sizes.
Oversized, undersized.
You add a texture to it.
And there's all those postal discounts too now with mailings.
Yeah.
So you can get discounts for doing anything colors or textures or anything that's just a little bit different, or, recyclability of it all, the FSC or.
Definitely.
But the other thing too is the haptics of it all, right? There's actually science that backs that when you touch something that feels different than everything else, it actually activates a part of your brain that remembers it longer. So it's not just like trends, it's actually science.
It is science,
backed by science.
Well, reading from a printed page, you retain the knowledge because you're engaging different senses than just reading it from a screen. You're touching it, there's this whole interaction. Mm-hmm. So it's super powerful. And so you can definitely use paper to stand out. There's textures, there's so many different things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I will ask, if you're going to print on color, if you're going to use a color, you have to use a paper that's dyed a color and not flood it with color.
Yeah.
Because I am not a fan of a white edge. And I feel like we're better than that. We're better than white edges.
Please.
Let's explain to, everyone who doesn't know what flood. So flooding a color is when you take a white sheet and you flood it with ink, the whole sheet.
And the surface.
Maybe there's just a little bit of white. So you're reversing out that white.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you have to, not have to, but you think you have to do that to achieve that white on a dark color. But there are ways to achieve that printing on like a rich color as well. So it's just about exploring and trying and finding the right printer match that has those capabilities.
Exactly.
Sorry.
That's wonderful information. Thank you, guys.
We're nerds.
Well, so
we are paper nerds.
When you get something in the mail, what stands out to you the most?
I'd say probably texture. I think when anything, like it doesn't have that gloss that you standard direct mail look to it, that's always captures me. I'm more, apt to take time with it and actually look through it. I think texture, color, thickness too. Just having something that's bulkier, not flimsy. I mean, this isn't mail, but think about when someone hands you like a flimsy business card. It's kind of repulsive, right?
Repulsive is a strong word, but
it's a little bit.
Jessica, you heard it first. Jessica is repulsed by your lightweight business card.
Well, not to brag, but Clampitt Paper has cool business cards.
Thank you.
Yes, we have a good
great job to you guys.
Yeah, but don't you judge people if they have a thinner business card?
Yes, but I wouldn't say I'm repulsed. But now going forward, I will. I can't wait to throw someone's back in their face or something.
Hey, listen, ladies, we should just be thankful people still have paper business cards.
That's true. But it applies to Christmas cards and all the kinds of things. Yeah. Pocket folders, anything.
Yeah.
Well, we are paper snobs.
We are snobby. So. When it comes to
new T-shirt coming soon.
Yeah.
Paper snob.
Yeah. Give us a thumbs up if you like paper snob for a T-shirt and you would buy one. Okay. Because we want to make those. Yeah. Working on it.
And we'll probably just give it to you too.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I want to continue on this vein as far as printers. Can you give us some tips on how to effectively communicate between a printer and a graphic designer, or the other way around, or maybe a press operator and a designer, how they can work together, how that communication, I could see it going sideways pretty quickly.
Yeah.
With the project getting off track. What's some good communication tips between those parties?
I think the best relationships, and I feel like and then leads to the best printed outcome, are collaborative ones. I feel like when a designer finds a printer that they can have a conversation with and figure out the best way to execute it. Because yes, we know the vision, the creation, starts with the designer, but the printer knows how to execute it effectively. And the best way to do that without either having an insane budget or an insane timeline or what's actually realistic.
Yeah.
Because there are limitations. Like say it's a digital print job, so it's a smaller run. You're not going to have as many options, or you may have size limitations, or you may have binding limitations. So collaboration is definitely key. I'd also say flexibility. I feel like, we know every print shop is going to have their house sheets, like a house coded, house uncoded. But I feel like when they can be flexible as far as running different types of papers and being open to experimenting a little bit, you probably get a happier designer and then a more interesting outcome on the other side as far as the print project.
That's great.
It's a great point. Yeah.
I don't mean to belabor this, but will you guys really quickly explain what we mean when we say specifications or business development?
Sure.
Yeah,
so business development at Clampitt, and previously called specifications, is basically a sales rep, almost like a consultant type rep that actually works with in-house marketing teams, creative directors, agencies, any sort of creative team that wants to work on a project. And basically we're going to help guide you and help you choose give you your options, your paper options. And then what they do in turn is then specify or ask their printer then to buy the paper from Clampitt. So we go out and we bring you samples. We, teach you new things, educate you on what's available.
Make dummies.
Make mock-ups and dummies from our sample room. And then once the printer actually gets the job, they are asking them to please buy it from Clampitt since we supported them. So that's what that means.
That's awesome. Yeah. I love that we do that and offer that. Yes. And I know
not a lot of people do. Yeah. Not a lot of merchants do anymore.
Yeah.
Right. And I know that can be unique for printers, but I think if they'll embrace it, it could be a really good thing. And
we just try to be a value. We try to, give them all the information that's out there. We want to make sure that they are knowledgeable. That's again, like what I said earlier, like we try to be the most knowledgeable. We just try to help and give you all your options. Yeah. And try to, the reason we have all of this was one of my favorite things we did last year, and we're doing again this year, is Camp Clampitt.
Camp Clampitt.
But the reason for that is to educate, to introduce our customers to all of our mill partners, all of our vendors, and show them all of the things that we can offer. So do you want to talk a little bit about that?
About Camp Clampitt?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun project because basically we created this event that first time we've had it. We always have pop-up events and demo days. But the Camp Clampitt was, the idea is we would have it annually because you go to camp every year. So you'll come to Camp Clampitt every year. You'll even see you get a special merit badge, which I love. Yeah, but it was an event where we had, it first started with our equipment vendors. That's how we were going to do it originally. We were going to have our equipment vendors and we would have demonstrations and printing on the different wide format substrates, which is a whole different type of printing. But then we opened it up to our traditional paper vendors too. So we had 2 campsites, one for the traditional media, like traditional substrates, and then our equipment demo. But it was really popular. I think, how many people showed up in Dallas?
I think we had about 225.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was amazing. It was so much fun.
It's a fun day.
And the brand of camp, we made a map, we made hats, we made T-shirts and memo books and stickers. And
I heard there was a Boy Scout. Someone dressed up as a Boy Scout.
Oh yeah, Rob. Shout out to Rob Tisdale, who's an Eagle Scout. He brought his tent. He brought his walking stick, and he toured people through the warehouse. It was incredible. So we're doing it again, June 11th, Camp Clampitt, Dallas, and August 11th, Camp Clampitt, Kansas City.
Yep.
So just a shameless plug again.
Very nice. Very nice. Jessica, this has been amazing.
Yes.
2 requests. One, will you hang out with us for tips and trends?
I guess so. I'd love to. I'd love to.
And then second, anything else you would like to share with maybe other graphic designers that watch that work with paper or are wanting to work with paper? What would you say to them?
I would just encourage everyone to reach out to Clampitt, to reach out on our website, our LinkedIn, our Instagram. Follow us for inspiration. Follow us for paper knowledge. We love having in-person conversations or even phone conversations when you're working on projects. We just want to help you produce the most beautiful creative print project.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being with us, and look forward to picking your brain even more on our next segment, Tips and Trends.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, back with Tips and Trends.
Tips and Trends.
Jessica, this is one of our favorite parts of the whole podcast.
Okay.
We go over tips and trends, and like we said earlier, we want to add value to everybody in the graphic arts industry. So a couple of trends we've seen in the graphic design space specifically. We've got bold minimalism. We got retro futurism, and then gummy glassy textures. Would you speak to some of those?
Well, retrofuturism, I mean, I feel like that speaks to us as paper people, right? You can't get more retro or analog than paper. So I love that. But I feel like that's definitely a reaction to a lot of AI, right? We have AI infiltrating everything. So I feel like it's a little bit of a drive to a backlash and a request for things to be a little bit more retro. Right? You want to, not that it has to like completely be exclusive to techie design, but kind of that you want to have a little bit a more retro aesthetic.
And if you're watching, we can show you some samples on the screen. Great. Hopefully.
Yeah. And like you said earlier, that we're inundated with emails and we're on our screens all day with emails. And I think that kind of getting back to that paper is that's another reason, like you said, the AI is literally everywhere, so it's nice to have
something that's tactile, that's different. So I mean, definitely I'm a huge fan of that.
What does that look like?
Oh God, Brian,
because in my mind I think like our airlines, is that a little bit retro?
I feel like that's definitely retro. I don't know if it has the futurism aspect to it,
or I think about like a diner.
Yeah.
Like a, you know.
The thing with design, it can be so many things, right?
Subjective.
It is subjective.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of subject.
And what is bold minimalism?
I mean, I would think what I envision is clean white space, which I love some clean white space.
Ooh, like our example right here.
You'll see that we have. Oh, do you want to hold it up? You can be show and tell.
Show everybody.
I wouldn't say that's bold minimalism, but I mean, that's minimalism.
This is minimalism.
Yeah.
Bold would be more fill the hole.
I feel like, you have a little bit more fun with, some interesting type, some more, interesting graphics, a little bit more expressive, which, I'm all here for it.
I
feel like that's me. I'm a bold minimalist. Like I'm big, 6'4", but then like, I like to keep things clean and organized. I don't want a lot of stuff. I like to be tidy.
Okay.
Bold minimalism. That's,
You know what?
It's your
if
brand.
God was graphic designing me, he used that trend.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Bam.
Heard it here first, folks. I'm so happy we.
You're so weird, Brian.
I'm so happy
I
we
know.
figured that out. My question is, you guys said gummy and glassy design, and for me, that's a big question mark. Like, what does that mean?
I envision it as a little bit more surreal design, a
Okay.
little bit more playful, a little bit more animated. I mean,
okay.
I also think about our new iPhone update.
The new iPhone.
right?
update.
Where you've got kind of your
I don't know if I
interface
love.
is true, but is it just because it's a new update?
Probably, yeah.
Take your emotions out of it.
So hard to do.
Yeah. But I mean, thinking about like the gummy glassy effect, design should be fun. So I like it. I think paper should be fun. I mean, nothing should take itself too seriously.
Totally.
So yeah,
Like
I'm here for it.
Awesome.
Well,
Jessica, awesome. Thank you. And then our tip of the month is this. I heard this. I loved it. And it so resonates with us. But it's this: keep your eyes on your own paper. You remember your teacher would always tell you that
Yeah.
in school? Keep your eyes on your own paper.
I never cheated.
me neither. Only
God
in
bless you guys.
chemistry I did.
You know, if the kid
Oh,
sitting next
physics
to
got
me
me,
would have
actually.
studied harder, I could have been a doctor.
And
Anyway.
we're so glad you're not a doctor, just for that, but also because otherwise we wouldn't be here.
Did
right
you know
now.
our dad is a doctor?
A Dr. Paper,
Dr.
Dr.
Paper.
Paper.
Doctor of Love.
Did
Anyway.
he choose that as his paper person?
He chose Billboard.
Bill.
Billboard.
No, Andrew did that.
Oh, right. Anyways, how
Sorry.
can people connect with you, Jessica?
Hold on. Let me finish our tip of the month.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Keep your eyes on your own paper.
Oh, right.
So they told us that in school, growing
Mm-hmm.
up all the time, but in life, it's also true. How often do we find ourselves comparing ourselves to one another? Oh, their career is better than mine, or they make more money than I do, or their business is bigger, or their business is growing, or whatever. We can get discouraged when we are too focused on other people. Now, if we just focus on what we're supposed to be doing, we keep our eyes on our own paper, we're going to be that much more satisfied and fulfilled and be more successful in what we're supposed to be doing individually. So
Especially if it's nice paper.
there's the tip.
So
Also,
that.
you know how
Keep your eyes on your own paper, everyone.
we're really good at quotes here at Fiber in the Family. Like we get them right like 7% of the time. But one of my favorite quotes is comparison is the thief of joy. And I truly believe that, because if you're constantly like,
Yeah.
oh, they're doing that, I don't get to do that, then you're never going to be fulfilled. So I think that goes hand in hand with
That's
that.
exactly right.
So
Love how you said that.
yeah, like that.
Jessica, again, thanks for being with us. And yeah, like Meredith asked, how can people connect with you?
Well, thank you so much for having me. You can find me on LinkedIn, and you can find all our paper people on LinkedIn and on our website. And yay.
yay, thanks so much. You're the best.
And thank you again for joining us. We can't wait to see you next month, because we got a super fun Earth Day episode that you won't want to miss. So take care and don't forget to share.